fellow Biafrans. I say good morning, good evening, depending on your location. I have come again today for us to continue with our liberation and freedom of Biafra. If you look at the title of this program, you will see that the zoo military, they lie all the way. Though we are no longer scared of their lies because everyone in Nigeria now knows what Nigeria is made of. Everybody talks about them. So we are no longer scared of what Nigeria is capable of doing. Their military will be there talking about irrelevant things while the terrorists they call bandits are busy destroying their homes, taking their children, abducting them one after the other. Anyway, I have to really, really thank God for today. Almighty Father, I thank and glorify your holy name. I will always do so because you are a wonderful God. I commit my fellow Biafrans into your holy hands, and in particular our Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Please God, we want your miracle to release him. Please, Father, we love him so much. We love him dearly. He is the one that opened many minds and many eyes about what we are going through. We love him so much. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for us. Do not forget our Prime Minister, the one that stepped into our Onyendu's shoes. He is taking so many attacks on behalf of us. Protect him and guide him today, tomorrow, and forever. He say, thank you, Henry, the early bird. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to click the like button, share, and let it go viral. You know, my people, I've always prayed to God over our Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because he is one man too many. Mazi saw yesterday, he saw tomorrow, everything happening in the zoo now, Onyendu saw them. And thank God that the records are there for us to play and remind ourselves, you know, what is going on. So I have to play the voice of Onyendu, and you will compare it with what is going on right now. That Onyendu, yes. All of them. Yes, Onyendu is always at it. He is one man that we can never forget in a hurry. Let me play his voice so that, as somebody once said, there is a method in our madness. We will draw their army down into our land. Their flanks will be opened up. Their villages will be occupied by bandits and terrorists that they themselves created. That by the time they are done and we have sent them packing from Biafra land, they will have no home to go to. All of them don't have no home to go to. The zoo is finished, and there is nothing anybody can do about it. As somebody once said, there is a method in our madness. We will draw their army down into our land. Their flanks will be opened up. Their villages will be occupied by bandits and terrorists that they themselves created. That by the time they are done and we have sent them packing from Biafra land,
They will have no home to go to. All of them don't have no home to go to. The zoo is finished, and there is nothing anybody can do about it. As somebody once said, there is a method in our minds. We will draw their army down into our land. Their flanks will be opened up. Their villages will be occupied by bandits and terrorists that they themselves created. That by the time they are done, and we have sent them packing from Biafra land, they will have no home to go to. All of them don't have no home to go to. The zoo is finished, and there is nothing anybody can do about it.
Yes, the zoo is definitely finished, and there is nothing anybody can do about it. Now, as I was scrolling through our PM's Twitter handle, I saw what was his name, Mr. Trump. You know, Donald Trump is campaigning to come back as the president of United States of America. And he was there talking about the president of Nigeria, how he will imprison him the moment he is elected. Because everyone will agree that the man has so many cases in America in particular. He has a drug case, he has forged certificate case. All these are pending. None of them has been presided over by the court. Nigeria is just dancing its life away, thinking that they are doing anyone. I was also scrolling through and saw the detailed explanation of how the bandits came to abduct children from school yesterday morning. They were about a school of 700 children, but they abducted 230-something children. And the teacher was explaining it by himself, saying that it is not only their school that that sort of thing happens, but you will see the zoo military gallivanting in the southeast. They don't want to protect the people of the north. They don't want to mind their business and leave the southeasterners alone. But the unfortunate thing is that it is we southerners. Hello, my brother, Sonny. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining. Always remember to like and share. Click the like button. You know, sometimes I will have like 100 or 200 people watching, but the like button will only be like 8 likes. Please help me to do that. It favors this platform. We don't pay YouTube anything for using this, but they like people from us to show their presence because they like to use our platform to advertise and make their own money. Thank you so much. So I was talking about what Onyendu said. Let me play it again. It is a very short clip, but very important. It reminds us of what is going on now.
We will draw their army down into our land. Their flanks will be opened up. Their villages will be occupied by bandits and terrorists that they themselves created. That by the time they are done, and we have sent them packing from Biafra land, they will have no home to go to. All of them don't have no home to go to. The zoo is finished, and there is nothing anybody can do about it. As somebody once said, there is a method in our minds. We will draw their army down into our land. Their flanks will be opened up. Their villages will be occupied by bandits and terrorists that they themselves created. That by the time they are done, and we have sent them packing from Biafra land, they will have no home to go to. All of them don't have no home to go to.
Yes, They actually don't have any home to go to right now, because all of you were here the other day when ARYMY was saying that they no longer sleep in their homes, that they now sleep in the hotels, because they now go from house to house, abducting all of them. And that will show you that what's his name again? Obidiah Malafia said, that it is happening. Obidiah Malafia also told us before he was rudely taken away from this world. Thank you, my brother Alex. Chukwu gozie gị ezigbo nwanne m. No, thank you for joining. He says your work speaks volume for itself. Your sacrifices for Biafra will never be in vain. Amen. He said nwanne m. He said. So you know that Obidiah Malafia, when our prime minister was still doing media, he showed us what Obidiah Malafia said. It wasn't long, they poisoned him and he died. Now, there, Obidiah Malafia said that they will start buying all the rich Southeasterners. Today, they brought back the corpses of Wigwe, the Access Bank director, and his wife and son from US. And I also saw where one lady was saying that investigation is going on as to how 6 billionaires were acquired in that aircraft in California. And the girl said that she is suspecting Biden. But what can you do? You will only carry out an investigation, and the person is gone. I'm not against investigative media, but the truth is that the person you are investigating about what caused his departure, the person is gone, is gone. Prevention, they say, is always better than cure. Yes. So that's why Onyendu said this here, and I decided to play it, and I would love to play it over and over again, because our Onyendu, his mouth is like David's sling and stone. It doesn't miss. You know David in the Bible that killed Goliath. That sling and that one single stone aimed directly at Goliath's forehead. That is how Onyendu's sayings aims at its target, and it doesn't miss.
As somebody once said, there is a method in our minds. We will draw their army down into our land. Their flanks will be opened up. Their villages will be occupied by bandits and terrorists that they themselves created. That by the time they are done, and we have sent them packing from Biafra land, they will have no home to go to. All of them don't have no home to go to. The zoo is finished, and there is nothing anybody can do about it. As somebody once said, there is a method in our minds. We will draw their army down into our land. Their flanks will be opened up. Their villages will be occupied by bandits and terrorists that they themselves created. But by the time they are gone, I will have sent them packing from Biafra land. They will have no home to go to. All of them don't have no home to go to. The zoo is finished, and there is nothing anybody can do about it.
This is it. The zoo is finished. You know, recently, when I go searching for topics or updates to give, I will see that people from different parts of the zoo are now singing the song of our Onyendu. Onyendu talked about restructure. Onyendu talked about referendum. None of those, nobody heeded to that very single request or single demand or single directive by our Onyendu, which would have done the whole nation and all of us round and about it a very good favor or good benefit. Because what do we really benefit from fighting or buying people or making the environment unhealthy? Today, children will go to school in the north and they will never go back to their parents. I have the video here. The parents were all crying. Those whose children were abducted. That is just the beginning. So Onyendu, he was correct, or he is correct after all. By the time the demon they created, Dalu, Duru, Ogadelegema, thank you for joining. Remember to do me one favor, subscribe to Betty Ford TV so that my number will be increasing. Thank you so much, my brother. Ogadilonyo, you people that always join, you leave every other thing you will be doing and come and stay with me to look into our matter. I won't call it problem. We know it is a problem all along, but now we have made it our duty to resolve it. God will join us to resolve it. Thank you very much. Thank you. So my people, as Onyendu said, that this demon they created will come to haunt them. And by the time they will come to Southeast and come, they will have no place to go back to. For instance, they were showing a place today that the military have gone there to destroy. They said is Biafra Liberation and ESN camp. You all will agree with me that we no longer have ESN. They have all been merged into Biafra Liberation Army. And some people who don't like our prime minister were carrying the news, saying, look at that the zoo have gone there to destroy the Biafra Liberation Army, that they can't even face one Emeka gift. He said, oh, you people cannot face 30 military or 30 soldiers, and you say that you will defend the whole Biafra. Do you people believe it? They just showed, they did this type of thing some time ago, last year, around November. They showed a cement camp. They say it is ESN, that they've gone to destroy it. Now it is something like Bacha. And another one is this boy called Critics News. He is an Omahia man. And the Onyendu is from the same state as him. Always bad-mouthing our prime minister. But I'm happy that our prime minister is the kind of man that doesn't listen to anyone. You know, he doesn't listen, because if you keep listening by the side, you will lose focus. Alpha Prime Minister Ibazwa Noka. So these people carrying this news is fake news. They were there shooting inside the empty place. Do you people believe that such a place is where Biafra Liberation Army's camp will be? They can't go close to Biafra Liberation Army camp. They can never. So they will be in the Southeast messing around while the demon they created, by the time they will get back, they will see no place to live in. That's exactly what our prime minister said. But there was a brother who was telling them that they cannot bring PM Ekpa down, because PM Simon Ekpa, we were told by Onyendu to listen to him, that he is bringing a new dimension. And our PM actually is bringing that new dimension. All these people were people who were promising Onyendu this and that, I am with you, I am not with you, but they sold Onyendu. They sold Onyendu. So our PM stepped into Onyendu's shoes, and he is doing the needful. Yes, he is doing the needful. He is trying his best. These are men. These are men. Oh. The only woman amongst them said, why is it that we keep attacking ourselves instead of taking the fight to the enemy's camp? She said that she is also guilty. She mentioned the Perima. And I know that that is what they call our PM, but our PM doesn't care. So this man that was defending our PM told them that now if eze na eze ga-eluga aka, because now Simon felo Onyendu wee say I go and listen to him, and that they can never bring our PM down because our PM is working with divine blessing from Onyendu. Even when Onyendu was abducted in year 2021, he told them to give him a place in Biafra, the studio, to walk in and broadcast. They refused. So you can't bring him down. The man went as far as saying that it was like Elisha who served Elijah. And when Elijah asked him, what do you want me to do for you? He said to Elijah, give me double portion of your blessing. And that double portion is what our prime minister is working with, because he served Onyendu and respected Onyendu. So whatever they say, they can never bring our prime minister down. We love him and we are following him because he is the only one that respected Onyendu when he was there and is still respecting him now that he is not around. And everything that is Onyendu's template is what our PM is following. So they can't bring him down. Zoo is not a new thing in our ear. The whole world detests them because of their failures and their inhuman treatment of their fellow citizens. So my people, I will always come here to bring you the news. Now, there's a man, another important topic, a man that was talking about Otti. The man said that other governors of Southeast are against Otti, that they are plotting to harm Otti, because what Otti is doing is fighting their conscience, because they have no other explanation to their citizens or people of their state where the money Otti is using to build the bridge, to build the roads, the electricity and everything. They don't know where it is coming from. It is from the same budget that they are all giving. And the man was saying that all along we will be blaming the federal government, not knowing that it is our governors. It is the same governors who connived and brought Onyendu back. Governor Wike said it, that he contributed money, and he was, you know, he was calling the attention of other governors, saying to them, do not deny, all of us contributed to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back. Now, the next thing they started with Ohaneze to bring our prime minister back. Only the Southeast governors, everything bad is associated to their activities and the way they govern our people. So the man is a priest, and he was asking everyone to pray for Governor Otti, that Abia State is the core center of Biafra land. You know? So when you see all these things going on, you will know that we have been living in hell. And now that God has decided to free us, nobody can take us back. Nobody can take us back. You know? So my people, it is part of our duty to pray for all these people that are working for our own good. Governor Otti may be working in the zoo government, but he is a Biafra man at heart. He is a true Biafra son. Nobody will deny the fact that Aba, when you get there, is peaceful. And the people are happy right now. So anything that our Prime Minister is doing currently is what will make our people happy. So anybody that is making our people happy already, we will have to commend the person for their good work. This platform, we don't instigate violence or any nepotistic activities. No, we believe in the truth. We believe in giving accolade to where it is rightly deserved. We don't instigate hate. We don't preach it. All we are talking about is freedom and liberty. Biafrans, we deserve to be happy, peaceful, once in our lifetime. Because zoo, they don't like anything good. They don't. Everybody now talks about the zoo and how to exit the zoo. There's a lawyer I would like you people to listen to what he has to say. Because this lawyer, though a Yoruba man, he tells them the truth. Yes, he tells them the truth. Let me play his voice.
One very important indices, and that is the youth population. The Nigerian is a citizen of the world. He knows what is going on outside the confines of our zoo, quote and unquote. He knows, he sees, and he sees the constraints with which he is forced to exist. When you have a situation such as the one in which we are, which is, you may liken our situation to a house full of explosives, and then you have attendants in the house smoking, having barbecues all over the place. Our rulers are pyromaniacs. They have counted on their ability to escape when the country goes up in flame. We'll see how far they can run when the time comes.
Yeah, he said that the rulers are pyromaniacs who now believe that when the going is no longer good in the zoo, they will enter plane and fly away. But he said, let's see how they will do that. You know that yesterday, the zoo airport, Murtala Mohammed, was on fire, engulfed a whole international airport in flames of fire. They don't even care for human beings, let alone any other thing that doesn't breathe. But I likened it to the fact that they are holding an innocent prophet in that country. They will never know peace. So if Nigeria government wants peace, they must release Onyendu, even though it is the governors giving them order to carry out their intentions to keep Onyendu, because they thought that Onyendu is the one fighting them. They are the one fighting themselves. They should put things right. Now, the real fighter that they are facing now is Alex Otti, because that man has brought shame to all of them. Yes, the shame he brought to them is that they are all Southeastern governors, and they are all given equal measure of a budget or budgetary money. So how come Otti is doing better than the other governors? They are not very happy about that. So this goes to show you how they plot against anyone that is telling them the truth. Otti's action is speaking volumes, telling them the truth. So other states are now asking, what is the problem? So Otti is a very big distraction for them and a big challenger to all of them. That's the same method that they all apply in governing the people that this man is talking about. Because they all believe that if anything happens, they will just enter the plane and fly away.
What I am saying to you is that this government, the current people in power in Nigeria, is not just Tinubu. Tinubu is just a figurehead. It's a system. That system has assured his own destruction by the choices that it has made. In 2019, you were quoted as saying that the inequitable and just Nigerian state must die. It must, before the Nigerian nation may be born. And the death throes of the one at the back pangs for the letter, and it has fallen on the conscience to assist in the death of one and in the path of the other. Just, in the course of this conversation, we spoke of a revolution. How it's going to come, nobody's knows. But we've seen revolution happen across the continent. We've seen coups, we've seen popular uprising. For example, like what is happening in Senegal at the moment, despite the government ban on protesters against the government. Now, in what form, what kind of revolution do Nigerians actually expect? Put it this way. The only thing that is rock certain is that Nigeria is heading for an implosion. Whether that results in chaos or a revolution is a different ballgame entirely. When I say the iniquitous Nigerian state must die, I'm talking about that state that has no citizens. This one that we're living in, he has no citizens. He has no room for citizens. You cannot have citizenship in the absence of the rule of law. Nigeria is not ruled by law. It is ruled by the will of men. Impunity. The kind of impunity that allowed that Jaguda called Yakubu to be declaring election results when there are no results to offer to the people. For the first time in Nigerian history, the electoral umpire cannot tell the people how it arrived at the winner of the presidential election. So when you are confronted with that kind of situation where the people know, it's not that they think, they know that the electoral part has been blocked, that the judiciary is useless. The people know. So eventually what you are saying is...
You see what he said? That the judiciary is useless. That's why any little thing you do with people, they will tell you, take me to court. Because it's all Sharia judges that they have in all the courts. That's why somebody like Hope Uzodinma emerged, number 4th man. The court made him number 1. Now, the people in Abia State, where they killed 100 and something people, about 80 headless, Otti closed the place, the Fulanis, they now have the audacity to take him to court. And the matter is now pending to be heard in May. Because as this lawyer said here, that that the judiciary is useless. Yes, the uselessness is seen in the kind of people that now presides over cases in this, that will never say anything the way it's supposed to be legally. Everything now is decided according to Sharia. You, the victim, will always be the victim. You can never win your case as the victim. They will turn it upside down. You know in Sharia, if they go force a woman to sleep with her, I don't want to call the name because of YouTube and Facebook, it is the woman that will be stoned to death. The man that did whatever to her will be alive. They will say that her own mistake. That is the kind of judiciary we now have in that country, where our people have huge presence. Because there's no state in the zoo you will go without seeing a Biafran. That is the thing. So in our Prime Minister's Twitter handle, I saw this. He said there, breaking news: the Nigeria terrorist army with their lies and propaganda. They first called the report fake news. And hello, my brother, thank you for joining. Daluso, Uzoma, Uzamaka, thank you so much. So he said that the Nigeria terrorist army with their lies and propaganda. They first called the report fake news. That is the report that some people are plotting coup. They called it, they said it's fake. But now, he said they have ordered arrest of the coup plotters. I will give more details about the coup plotters next move tomorrow. So tomorrow, he said he will get more information and more detailed facts to give us, to tell you that the military, some of them are not happy, and some are accomplices that carries out what their terrorist leaders instruct them to do. So that is one of the news.
There is a method in our mind.
Yes, my people, a lot is happening. A lot is going on.
They will understand how serious we are. We have raised it. It's no longer coming down until freedom is declared. They understand that very well. They understand that very well. There is need for us to remain focused. Don't allow yourselves to become distracted. That was what happened to us during the war. Have you fought that war up until August or September of 1970, we would have won. That would have been victory. Nixon would have stepped in. That would have been victory. Remember what I told you many years ago? They will kill us. We will kill them. In the end, Biafra will come. Everything I tell you comes to pass. They will know about danger. They will come down fully. By nature, they are very hopeless. They will come. This time around, we will turn Biafra land into a burial ground for terrorists. They will understand how serious we are. We have raised it. It's no longer coming down until freedom is declared.
Yeah, what he said that we have raised is the dragon flag. He said that we have raised it and it will not come down until Biafra comes. And Onyendu said, do not allow yourself to be distracted. So, Umunnem, Onu Onyendu, but the same yesterday, the same today, and the same tomorrow. Do not allow yourself to be distracted. We have our self-referendum. I have voted, and I am happy, and I wish that all of us, we are up to 70 million or more. I wish all of us we vote this time to show the world how ready we are, how focused we are, and how determined we are to leave the zoo. Yes, our exit from the zoo will cause a very big stir, because when Biafra starts, my people, it will blow like Hiroshima bomb. I trust my people. I trust my people. All this nonsense, Faneme, is just to distract us so that we don't live. We are living. And the Fafugonanya, well, that our living the zoo will destroy them finally. Yes. Now, let me play you the voice of one of my media comrades. He's always bringing the news to the hearing of everyone. Listen to him.
News. Defeated Nigerian army at it again with heavy propaganda against the Biafra Liberation Army. After we sent many of them to judgment in Imo State. Here are the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel / television this very moment. Today's date is 8th of March 2024, and I have a very important information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from where you are all over the world.
Thank you, Gina.
Dear friends and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news, because it is very, very, very important. I can assure you, people, once you come across this very news, endeavor to share it, because I want it to get all the nooks and crannies of the zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. And because this one is our own, this one is all about us. The Biafra Liberation Army is us. I want to ask you to stick around to the very end of this very broadcast, because I have a very important question for the Zoo Janjaweed military. I'm going to show you something at the very end of this very news. I will show you something that will shock you after reading the junk written by the Zoo terrorist army. I will show you something very, very important and significant that the Zoo army will be ashamed of. Now, without further ado, let us delve straight and read the junk they have written on their official X handle. As you can see on your screen, they said, troops of Joint Task Force Southeast OP Udoka, Operation Udoka, raided and destroyed IPOB/ESN Supreme Headquarters at Mother Valley. They say IPOB/ESN Supreme Headquarters at Mother Valley. They can't use that word. They are ashamed to call it Biafra Liberation Army, because they don't want to admit that Biafra now has military. And again, because they are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in captivity, that is the reason why they always use this IPOB/ESN, not knowing that this is now a defunct IPOB and defunct ESN. It is no longer on existence. Now they say, recalling the commencement of the Joint Task Force Southeast Operation Udoka, OPUK, that started on 11 February 2024, the combined JTF troops of Nigeria Army, NN and NAF, as well as personnel of NPF, which is Nigeria Police Force, BSS and NSCDC, had cleared and liberated Osun, Ekotutu, Tango 1 Osumo, Ihitukwa, Denouncing, and Live over the last 3 weeks. In continuation of the sustained operations, the JTF OPUK troops has today, 7th March 2024, cleared and destroyed the notorious supreme quarters of the terrorist indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and its armed affiliate, Eastern Security Network, ESN. The headquarters that serves as the last IPOB/ESN stronghold is located in the Mother Valley and spans Osun and Ihiala local government areas of Imo State and Anambra State, respectively. is about 5,000 feet below sea level. Well-concealed and forested location affords the terrorists good cover from air surveillance. It also serves as their command and control center and military council headquarters. During the raid operations, the gallant troops encountered, detonated, and recovered many command improvised explosive devices, IEDs, and various types of obstacles which were cleared by the determined troops. The troops also came in contact with the terrorists, but were subdued with superior firepower, with many neutralized. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, I want you to remember here, I want you to outline here. They said, with many neutralized. This is going to be very significant moving forward. Now they continue. While others with varying degrees of gunshot wounds fled into the bush. Thus, all Ndimo and Ndianambra are requested to report any strange face in their communities to OPUK by dialing emergency line blah 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 and press 2 from their phones. In addition to many weapons, equipment, IEDs, and stolen vehicles recovered over the last 3 weeks, items recovered in the Mother Valley today include 3X G3 rifles, 9X automatic pump action rifles, 7X double barrel guns, 2X locally made pistols, 2X rocket propelled grenade bombs, 2X AK-47 magazine, and 1X G3 magazine. Others are 24 rounds of 7.62 mm special ammunition, 16 rounds of 7.62 mm NATO ammunition, 72 pump action cartridge.
So, my people, do you believe this? 6 rounds of this, cartridge of this. Do you people believe that that is what BLA is working with? This is how they lie. But it's just for news to be going on and for people to see how military are lying. The whole military that is supposed to be the pillar of a nation, they were lying like kids. You know that Biafra Liberation Army just finished with people to Kano and 18 armored tanks that they decimated. Is it this kind of thing they are describing here that gave them that power that they used in finishing them off? This is it, the kind of people we have. And the military headquarters will be proud to use their logo to write things like this, you know? So this shows you that the military are not telling the truth. They are not. So all these things that he is reading out from this Zoo Gota media, does that sound like Biafra Liberation Army? It does not. They just saw one batcher and they went there shooting. You all know who Biafra Liberation Army is, you know?
1X Cheso, 1X laptop, 1X CCTV, DVR, 26X CCTV cameras, 17X Bofeng radios with batteries and 10 without batteries, including their chargers. Also recovered are 6X handled IEDs, 26X Android phones, 25X normal phones, 1X inverter, 1X SIM card, registration machine, 4X POS machines, 3X motorcycles, batteries for igniting IEDs, 2X trumpets, 2X Biafra flags, 20X ESN certificates, 2X diaries containing details of ammunition and food supplies, and 2 pairs of Biafra Liberation Army uniforms. They finally used that word, Biafra Liberation Army. Look at it here, my people. They finally used the word Biafra Liberation Army. You can no longer hide it. You can never run away from it. They continued. The joint troops also destroyed about 50 tents. Remember this once again. Remember, the first one is they said with many neutralized. And here again they said the joint troops also destroyed about 50 tents. About 50 tents. Remember, it is very, very important moving forward. They say in the valley, in the Supreme Headquarters, IPOB/ESN Command and Control Center, Butuzo's hideout and residence office, Yar logistics base, temples, shrines used for occultic practices, among many other items. The Force Commander Joint Task Force Southeast Operation Udoka, Major General Hassan Taiwo Dada, wishes to appreciate the incredible cooperation of sister services and other security agencies for the success achieved so far. The Force Commander also enjoined the leaders of all liberated communities to return to their ancestral homes, in place community efforts to ensure that all criminal elements not from the communities are not allowed to return.
Eye na nwoke afọ ọnụ ịma na afa bụ ndị ofe mmanụ ọfanwa na-enyelu ndị Fulani support faji emebi nyaba obodo. Inweta ife ndị Fulani gburu ndị befa yesterday because enwero m ike iwepụta that type of thing n'akwụkwọ. Nigeria bụ mmiri na-ama everybody. Eghe na the man ọnụ. Yes, egheni ọnụ onye nzuzu ka ọ bụ. Ọ na-ede ya debe o desi ọpụọ. Onye iberibe, ọ kafa bụ ndị ofe mmanụ si eme ndị ala. Ndị isi nkụkasị. Enwero m ike speak in English, Chukwu kpọkwa gị ọkụ onye ụchụ. Distractor, enwero m ike isi n'English, jee sụọ nke unu. Unu eghezini ọnụ ya zuzugharị bụ ozuzu si ọpụọ. Anyị kalili unu. Fe nwere ike, fe nwere n'ike standing ndị Biafra. Fe nwere ike. So unu eghezini ọnụ rapụ na ya ozuzugharị si ọpụọ.
To return to desecrate their homelands. The JTF OPUK will continue to provide all security support to such communities within the ambit of the law. Now pay attention, my people. They say, furthermore, all law-abiding Ndibos are enjoined to provide timely and actionable information. They are now begging for information. This one belongs to Ndiosimi. This last one, now I don't have to continue reading the junk, is for Ndiosimi, for saboteurs. They are begging the saboteurs for information against Biafra, fighters. Now, let me show you, according to them, this is what they said they have recovered. Now, pay attention, my people. I want you to take a look at this. These are the things that the Zoo Army said they have recovered from Mother Valley. Oh my, I'm not going to talk about Mother Valley. I don't have to talk about it for some reasons, and I'm not supposed to talk about it. So, if they told you, you believe it, that these things are what we are using to fight for freedom. Are you kidding me? At Mother Valley.
My people, in my video, mo ade go see here until something is done. So, egbe fane go see eba dike egbe eji agba catapult. Obu ife anwa ndị Biafra Liberation Army ji arụ ọrụ mbano. Oburo, So, ndị be anyị, everything that this guy is reporting only make sense that the zoo military, the very bold, ibia weputo ụmụ ife ndị a na-egosi. We just have to show what they have written that is always giving them away, as a country of liars and fraudsters, criminals, enablers. That's what they are.
Do you know what they call it? They say IPOB/ESN Supreme Headquarters. Supreme Headquarters. And you raided the camp, you destroyed the camp, and all you could recover from the so-called Supreme Headquarters are this nonsense. Now let's continue scrolling. These are the things they recover from the Mother Valley, where they called IPOB Supreme Headquarters. Now, Let's continue. Remember when I told you that you should outline where they said they burned over 50 tents? My people, all na propaganda. My people, all na propaganda. So this thing you see here now is the 50 tents, or are they afraid to show other tents they said they burned? So Janjaweed with propaganda will hide other burnt tents if there was anything like that. Pay attention, I will tell you what you need to know. Now let's continue scrolling. Now these are the things they claim to have recovered. And then if you look at here with the mouse, you will see that it is finished. It's over. What they posted are only 4 pictures. Look at it here. It's finished. So where are the people they said they neutralized? Where are the fighters they neutralized? They claimed to have neutralized. Where are the fighters? So Janjaweed is hell-bent in using propaganda or trying to use propaganda to succeed. But I want to tell them that propaganda has already failed them. Propaganda has failed them. So Janjaweed can even murder innocent people and show it or share it on social media claiming to have neutralized Eastern Security Network without even seeing anybody. Yet, Zu Janjaweed took all this time to write this novel. All this novel. They took their time to write this full page without showing the picture of the so-called fighter that they said they neutralized. Do you believe it? Can you even imagine that? Talk less of believing it. You can't imagine it because we know the Zu Janjaweed. Now let me show you what really happened. Let me show you so you don't make mistake about it. I want you to pay attention because I am Batago na the if another where be second Amado Umunem. The time has come for me to expose them. I want all the Zu Janjaweed soldiers to gather here. I have a very important question for all of you. Very, very important question for all of you. And this question must be answered. Now, Biafrans and lovers of freedom who are listening to me, if you look at your screen very well, you will see what is there. I'm sure you know the meaning of this. Either they call it walking, talking, or whatever they call it, I don't care. The Zu Army kindly tell the whole world who is the owner of this thing and how did you lose it and how did we get it? How did this walking, talking of the Zu terrorist military ended into the hands of the Biafra Liberation Army? Anybody listening to me right now, I'm very, very sure, 100%, 1 million times, that you never see this before apart from today. You never see this before apart from today. Today, 8 March 2024, the only day you are seeing it. The Zu Army, who is the owner of this? What color is this rope showing you? What happened to the person that came with this? Yeah, friends, because I don't want to dwell on this, I want to let you know that the person who came with this has already been sent to Chukwokika Biama for proper judgment. It is no longer a news that they have been coming to confront the Biafra Liberation Army in a place called Osumu and other places.
Hey, my co-host is here. We are complete. Thank you for joining. I thought you are somewhere engaged. Thank you for joining. We are thank you so much. We are talking about the Zu military that is always coming out with propaganda. I don't know if you remember sometimes last year when they said that they've been to destroy ESN. Thank you so much. That they went and destroyed ESN camp and they were showing a cement factory or something like that. They are at it again. They said now, today they are showing it, that they've been to Biafra Liberation and ESN camp. They showed one nasty tent, saying that that is where the headquarters of Biafra Liberation Army is. So after doing that, somebody like, what's his name, Emeka Gift, and the other one, the Umuahia boy, what's his name again? They said that it is Biafra Liberation Army camp. And they were showing this Dengon. How can Biafra Liberation Army be using Dengon? Yes. So today, they yes, so Omo Alamajri like nobody. All the luck in a mamaro case, ya block madeba, akama block ugie. Ya bu nwoke bụ onye nzuzu. Like I said, my dear sister Duru, eyezina nwoke ọnụ, ignore him. Ozuzu alisi ọpụọ. Ndị ofe mmanụ ọnụfa kemgbe create that country. Ife a bụ ife fa na-eme very elusive people in character. Fa gbuo n'enu fe gbuo n'ani. Sọọsọ ife fa meme bi ije party na ime nke a mee nke ọzọ. Rapụ onye nzuzu a ozuzugharịsị ọpụọ. Eye ni ọnụ ka ọ ghara distract anyị n'ife anyị na-eme. So my brother Emenika, as I was telling you, my media colleague is here telling us that they are at it again. Yesterday, Lagos Airport, Murtala Mohammed, their master, the airport got bombed, So that is the thing. My brother, Alomel, and Jifa, Odudo Belebobel, Itie Yaka, Igetikwe. Yes, thank you, Gina. Eyekwana nwoke ọnụ again, akpọzini afa. Ozuzughalisi ebe a ma o nwere onye gheri ọnụ ozuzukwu. Just unu focus a na-ege ntị n'ife m na-ekwu. Nọ maka unu nwa ka m ji bịa, unu bụ ụmụnne m. Ọ bụrụ maka ndị ofeke anụnwa nọ na Nigeria na-akọsụgharị confusion. Ndị ofe mmanụ nwere weight. O nwere onye fa bụ. O nwere ife anyị ji fe eme. Farmer, they know na e karịrị all of them. That's why always Fagbaje kpọta foreign mercenaries. Kafabia na anụrụ fọgụ. Faga anụnụ ọgụ. Are we not defeating them? We have defeated them. So Emenike, is you that I was talking to because you were the last to come in. So the zoo, they are lying propaganda everywhere. They will tell you that they have gone to demolish Kedafia, ESN and the Biafra Liberation Army camp. Otu awuezi, maburu ndi Imo. Onye Imo gasị gị na otu awuezi. So ndị ofe mmanụ bụ ndị ala, ndị isi nkụkasị, Confucianists all over the place. Mad people everywhere.
Places for the past 3 weeks. According to 1 month now, they have been coming, and many of them, many uncountable number of them have been neutralized, both armor tanks and all that. Now, I want to show you another one before asking the zoo this important question that I have for them, and I want all of you to pay attention to that. The zoo Janjaweed, can you tell the entire world who came with this OG and how did we lay our hands on it? Ndigo, we call it OG. Some call it Mbe. How did we get this Mbe? Some also call it Ube. How did we get this Ube? Now let me tell you what happened. The Janjaweed terrorist army came to confront the Biafra Liberation Army with a native doctor who came with this OG. When they came with this OG, both the Janjaweed terrorist army and the native doctor himself were all neutralized. That is the reason why we could be able to lay our hands on this. They came with Otti, with native doctor. The native doctor has been sent to judgment. Now, the Prime Minister also posted this yesterday. This very one now was posted yesterday. The man who came with this OG has been sent to God for judgment. The Zoo Janjaweed army, can you tell the whole world who came with this OG to confront the Biafra Liberation Army? Now, finally, the question I want to ask the Zoo army is this. Since you claim to have invaded, raided, and destroyed the, supreme headquarters of Eastern Security Network, as you call it. But we know that there is nothing like ESN anymore. It is Biafra Liberation Army. As you claim to have liberated Osumohu, Lilu, Ihiala, Imo, Anambra, everywhere. Why did you come today with 40 Hilux vehicles to the same Lil or Sumohi that you claim to have liberated? Today, not yesterday, today, 8th March 2024, why did you come today with 40 Hilux vehicles and over 20 armor tanks plus some fighter jets? Today again, when you claimed yesterday to have neutralized, demolished, destroyed, and liberated Imo State and Anambra State. Why do you have?
That's how they tell lies. Even the useless Yakubu that this lawyer was talking about, he lied to the zoo during the election that they have won the election to Emiloko. He lied to the nation, leaving the person that won the election. They always lie. Is it? You said you have neutralized Biafra Liberation Army headquarters and you are coming with armor tank. So who are you afraid of now by coming with armor tanks? That is how they lie, from both sides of their mouth. But they know who we are. We are not afraid of them.
You have to come again.
We are very
bold.
As I'm
talking to you now,
people.
We are still neutralizing them, and I will still give you more information what is going on moving forward. Thank you, my people.
Yes, my people, this is it. You know, this is the case with Biafra Liberation Army and the Zoo government. They are always lying, saying things that never happened. But who do we blame? We blame the society. The society that, you know, don't tell the truth. They never tell the truth, my people. They never.
For 7th of this month, it will happen. The gas will flow and you will start having the 24 hours electricity. Them availability and give them estimated billing. So what them must be ready. And doubt is resolve and love for the betterment and progress of our Igbo. Don't start.
You know, my people, when I was talking initially, I talked about Governor Otti and the Reverend Father that said that we should pray for Governor Otti for the way he is electrifying Aba and building Aba up, which is now putting the people of Abia on a very good light. And as you all know, Aba is the Japanese and China of Biafra land, in fact, of Africa, because we are very sensible businessmen and women. They can't take it away from us. The hungry Nigerians, they recently went on protest. So that Reverend Father said that we should pray for Otti's life, because the other 4 governors are not happy because the development he is doing in Biafra land is putting them in shame. So, my people, let me play this guy's voice for you to hear. He is in support of what Otti is doing.
In case you don't know, all the service vehicles, anyone living in Aba, where you see geometric power plant, it is all innocent vehicles. All of their vehicles.
Yes. Innocent is a Biafra man who has a car plant at Nnewi. Uno man onye obu. And onwere oge Buhari si aya bulu that plant bia Kaduna Ojo. Osi na ya mebu ya wee je. Nke a na-akpọ APs ọkwa nwa banye. So anyị bụ ndị Biafra, anyị zuru ka eme. O nwere ife mmadụ ga-eme anyị. Anyị ga na-egosi unu ife niile iji gosi unu that na Biafra abịaga abịa. Biafra is here. It is question of months from now.
That is vehicles, innocent. That is to tell you that the man meant business for the progress of our neighbor.
Exactly.
If we can patronize evil, made products, our own products, just as much as this geometric power plant is ready to power up Aba. When Aba started working, all the mate in Aba, men, what I saw in Aba, I'm going to deliberate on that on a separate video. But I want you to know that you must be ready. In Aba, it is not going to be business as usual. It is not going to be the one where you do by passing. I want to inform you, the 24 hours electricity is only guaranteed to those who are ready for it.
So what we had here at the East House, we have planned to deploy we don't
Thank you,
Emenike. And give them estimated billing. We want them to pay for what they have used. So here we program the meters, they are smart meters. The essence of this is to avoid energy theft and serve them better. So if there is a fault in the customer premises, we can even detect the fault and respond before you report. Yeah. So here we program the meters with the SIM cards there. We package them and we send them to the field to ensure that the meter are NEMSA certified. You can see there is a NEMSA certificate on it. So we know that the meter is reading fast. So it's well certified and approved. All we want is that we want to ensure that the energy we are supplying to the developer is being paid for and nobody is being cheated in terms of estimated billing or any other form.
So this takes away the estimated billing.
Yes, this takes away the estimated billing. And the good thing is we're installing some people of Aba for. Right now, they're not paying for it. So Geometric Power is funding this project, and it's a billion projects. You know, if you face meter cost over 164,000, so we're installing for customer without making any payments. And we're doing it feeder wise. So we go to a particular feeder, house to house. We have done at about Township feeder, about East, and we have done at AE feeder. So you just stay and employ meter.
So you got a feeder. How many people on that feeder?
So in our township, we did over 2,800 of this. Yeah. In the feeder, we did over 10,000 meters. And our plan, the first phase, we are doing 12,000 meters. And the second phase, we are doing over 20,000 meters. And our plan is to roll out 10,000 meters every month. So we want to ensure that in a year, we are running up to minimum 100,000 meters per people of Aba.
So how do you handle electric charge?
Electric theft. So that's the essence of being smart meters. So the smart meters help you to flag in case of electric theft. For example, if you should swap this line in the house, it's still a flag. And second, if you try to open the tamper cover, I'll just get one. Here is the tamper cover. You can see the seal. So this is a seal to ensure that you don't tamper with our meter. And when we place the cover, if you open the cover, it will go on tamper and you have a flag on our system. Because what we are doing is a full smart meter. So we have a way that we use this to ensure that every meter will not put it. If you should open this to assess the animals of
this one, because we are our own problem. This what do you call it? Meters are all smart. Once you tamper it, it sends message and they come working at your door. So I want you to understand that one. So you don't think about it. And also, marginalizers, enemies of progress. I know that those who they call politicians and their cronies try to sabotage the commissioning, despite all these years sitting on top of this project. you imagine that the day that this was being commissioned, we all gathered themselves somewhere in the Enugu, trying to divert attention, saying they are lighting up the southeast. Whereas the real lighting up should be a geometric power plant in our state where it's being commissioned. When you know your problem, you know where to start solving it. I can't understand why the southeast governors will decide to go to Enugu to light up the southeast when the real actual lighting up of electricity in the southeast is happening in about on the same day. And they intentionally fix that same day for the same occasion. Just
do you people understand what this our brother is saying? Hello, Hillary Michael. Thank you for joining. Rapu onye ala, rapu ya n'isi adịrị ya mma. Oh, ife ndị befa na-akpọ iyayala ihe. Yes. Oh, onye ala ka ọ bụ egekwana ya ntị. Just focus on what I'm saying. Ya welu nke afọ naba, onye nzuzu. So this guy is in that the electricity power plant being inaugurated in Aba, the day it was being inaugurated was the day the other 4 governors, the other 4 governors, they arranged to go and hold a meeting in Enugu just to distract that governor, which goes to show that what that Reverend Father I mentioned, I'm looking for his video now to send to read it out or to play it. The Reverend Father said that he got an intel that these other governors are plotting against Otti, because the good thing Otti is doing in Aba is hunting them. What Biafra liberation and freedom means to us is that we want our people to be happy. The first introduction that our Prime Minister made physically for us to know what Biafra will bring for them is that this self-referendum voting, people were thinking, oh, how could this vote happen? How is it going to go? And all that. And he brought that new dimension. You can sit in your bedroom, just as I did. Sit in your bedroom, even if you are going to sleep, before you sleep off, 3 minutes, you have voted online. This is the kind of ease of pain that we want from our people. So we love what Otti is doing, making our people happy once more. Even if you are a baba, you can use electricity and use a creeper that uses electric. Even if you are a private practicing doctor that has your own private hospital, you will operate, because it's dangerous to operate your patients with generator, because the fuel might finish in a very long operating process. But with constant electricity, everybody will be working with ease. Some people have medication that's supposed to be refrigerated, and they will not be able to keep their medication refrigerated. Some people don't have light for 3-4 days. Some people will have it only 5 minutes, 10 minutes, they will take the light. So now that Otti is bringing that new dimension, to complement what our Prime Minister and other cabinet ministers are doing to liberate our people, what exactly Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wanted for our people, Otti is the one that is showing interest in doing that for our people. And the other 4 governors, the same set of governors, that brought Onyendu back. And they are the ones holding Onyendu. So I'm looking for that Reverend Father's program so that you will hear it. I don't know where I saved it on my phone, but I'm looking for it. If I find it, I will play it. It is concurring with what this boy is saying here in his video, that the other governors are conspirators, conspiring against Otti, because what Otti is doing is bringing shame to them. The same day Otti was inaugurating and celebrating the opening of his electrical plant, they used that same day, instead of joining him, they said they are bringing light to Southeast, and they had a different gathering in Enugu just to sabotage that man. So my brother Michael said exactly, they are astonished by Otti's achievements in 8 months exactly. It is crystal clear that those governors are one of the problems of Ndi. Of course, it's not one, they are the major problem. Because when these Fulanese see the way our governors are treating us, of course, they can't treat us any better. What, do we have any relationship with them? You don't blame them. When your own brothers and sisters who are in the government house are not doing anything to favor you, what do you expect a foreigner? Because these people, we are not the same with them. It is from what the governors do to us that they step on to do whatever they like. As I've always said, there was a time when Obasanjo was the head of state and Ngige was governor of Anambra State, and there was total unrest and violence in Anambra. Obasanjo quickly offered to send military. Yes, the governor then, which was Ngige, said no, I don't want any military to come and harass my people or shoot them. I will settle it with the chiefs and with the villagers. And he sorted it out. So, but this one, every little thing, the governor of Imo State will go and bring to Kano jet. He will bring this and that. Had the one they call Tiger Camp, where they buy our boys. Even China Sangoru at a point started shouting. They are the cause of the whole thing because they work with the governors. Even recently, somebody like China Sangoru, he is the one that, you know, that he was one of those DOS. Do you think that our prime minister can go to Nigeria now? He cannot. But he got to Nigeria, they gave him military convoy, and they were attacked. I will play one boy's voice here to remind you people. All these people sabotaging us, we know them. We know them by our fingertips.
To divert them, just to tell you that they are not yet happy. So in that sense, what I'm saying is that project should not be sabotaged, because some elements of progress, we don't want to hear that tomorrow something went wrong, because they will try as much as possible to make sure that they sabotage that project, so as to convince Nigerians that it is still business as usual. Everything is in place to give our 24 hours electricity. But those who will not want that to happen, those who want to continue to put us in darkness, will do everything. They are not going to go home and sleep. So it is your responsibility to want to protect that project. It is your own. It is your own, people. Do not allow anyone to vandalize any of the power lines, the transformers, the meters, or any of the establishments connected with this electric power. Do not allow that to happen, and don't allow yourself to be used by the devil. Because when you start casting and binding the demons, operating in people, and you'll be among them. You will be among them. And if this one is not going to happen inside church, it will be very physical. It will be very physical, because they cannot continue to have it. Now, massive kingdom of darkness operating in Igbo land. That cannot continue. And that is supposed to become the Japan of Africa. And then the force that will stand against it. Hey, it was TDTO. So it is your responsibility. I just want to give you this update so that you will get ready. They are ready for the 24-hour-7 electricity. Come 7th of this month. From 7th of this month, it will happen. The gas will flow and you will start having the 24 hours electricity. When I was minister, I used to say to our people, there's no place where it's written on the forehead of Nigeria. Yes, thou shalt not have reliable electricity. So what we set about to do here is to prove that it is possible to do. And so once we have the gas, other people have reliable electricity. So I want you to think back on the program. Watch and what? We are no longer watching and praying. You are going to watch and keep watching and transform Abia State, not just Abia State, particularly into the Japan of Africa. What is your condition, my people? Help me share this video. You were there. I was not there. Check the record. Wait now. I was not there. I was not there. Check the record.
This is a message to my northern Christian brothers and sisters, specifically for you. Why? Because if you go to the south, to the southeast, to the southwest, a Christian from northern part of Nigeria is a northerner. Simple. If there are breakdown of land bodies in Enugu, they kill everybody, whether a Muslim or Christian coming from the north. This is the record that is on ground. No.
My people, you know, everything about giving people information or updating people is for those of us who are in a safety place to alert those who are in the area where the thing is taking place. I have seen another video that I will play for you here to listen to this very man. You know, just listen to him and tell me what you think.
Having to contain it at this time. Alive is more responsible, and then and I was specific in
I
saying
think
that Nigeria.
The name of this guy is Barrister Dele, but he's retired now. He no longer practices.
Beyond repair by Buhari, and that anyone who is going to rescue Nigeria would have to reimagine it and then rebuild it from the ruins of the Buhari regime. That was what I said, sat in this seat. And I did say in addendum.
Secondly, you know, I have to tell you people why I always bring this up. You know, now, everybody is echoing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There's a video of him that I showed here in year 2012 when he was still working as a Nigerian, asking Nigeria government to stop buying its people and to do things in their favor. Before year 2013, he decided to have IPOB. And there was a BBC interview that our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave. In that BBC interview, he said, Niacho ka arụọrụ ndị be anyị okporo ụzọ, tinyere ha ọkụ, ruo ogwe River Niger, which is the bridge, dozie school, dozie ụzọ, maka ndị na-azụ afịa, maka na anyị bụ ndị na-azụ afịa na-agba ụzọ. All these things. Onokata Osiniacho came a referendum. Everybody is now talking. So it is always good when I come here to play certain voice from people who are not from the same tribe with us, who are not Biafrans, for the world to know that Biafrans are not just crying. We have had enough. Since 1966 till today, how many years? How many years? Almost 60 years of suffering by one tribe. No, we can no longer take this. We cannot afford to see our children go through this. So when I bring this type of voice from this type of people, yes, you remember the interview, yeah, where he spoke to BBC Igbo. Yes, about that time, Onyendu was still like a school child talking in favor of the entire country. But look at it today. They are incarcerating him. Another man that tried to do what he did in the name of Sunday Igboho has been released. Gumi is walking the streets of Nigeria. Nobody is arresting him. Nobody is incarcerating him. A man that is clearly supplying everything to the terrorists. Onye ndu aya brought terrorists. Onye ndu aya de ebu egbe. Onye ndu aya da odazu terrorist. Na o meghe ESN bụ ogbugbu a na-egbu ndị be anyị na farm. Osikwa ya chegide governors to do it. These governors are gallivant about. All their hands see stained with Obalumunai. The only thing they know how to do is to embezzle money. Look at what Otti is doing. It is the same budgetary money that they are giving that Otti is given. And he is using it for the benefit of the masses. So when I bring this type of video, it's not as if I don't know why I'm bringing it. It is for people to know that what Onyendu started preaching about, everybody is now talking about it. So in a way, Chukwumeka, the terrorists zuo the whole Nigeria, so that now complain. Everybody is crying.
At the time, that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is incapable of envisioning a future for Nigeria because he's part and parcel, integral part and parcel of the horrible past of this country. Nobody alive is more responsible for the emergence of the Buhari regime than Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He's on record as having owned it himself. So when I hear the man talking as though there is a disconnect between his, I don't even know, because this is not even a man we elected. Between himself.
This is not even the man we elected. Makamuka be obedient. Obi made his campaign. He was supporting Obi. You know, he even attacked Wale Soyinka one time. Maka one nasty comment. Unyoshinka anwa meki. Osia no. No be my everything about economy. Not an economist. He has repeated it here that Tinubu is not even the one that they elected.
And the despicable man named Buhari that has left the office. When I hear that disconnect, it baffles me that there can be such inability or maybe wanton wickedness. Because if he says he has inherited bad situation, question is from who? It's the same people, the same character, it's the same man. He was there for 8 years during the Buhari administration. He had nothing to say against Buhari. And when he was coming, he made clear.
Yes, that's what Onyendu said, that the demon they created. Tinubu created the demon that is haunting him now because he sponsored Buhari from beginning to finish. Let him deal with his own demon that he created.
That he was going to continue the policies of the Buhari administration. So when the man is now pontificating and talking about difficult economic decisions and that is a difficult thing to react to. It's like asking me to react to madness. I know as a fact, and I sat here over a year ago to tell you what to expect. I told you at the time that he is one of the two horsemen of the apocalypse. And today, you have a disaster succeeding a calamity. Because that's the best way to describe this succession of madness. So anybody who is expecting that there will be
Hello.
My sister, good evening, ma.
Good evening, no.
Yes, ma. My name is Mazi Uzoma.
Okay. You want to talk to Biafrans?
Yes, I just want to talk to you because I've been listening to you, I've been following. So I just got number you placed on stage.
Okay.
I've been following you. I like what you're doing, and I like what our Prime Minister doing always.
Thank you.
I'm very, very proud of him. At least it's not because of him. At least we don't forget about Martin Abitano.
Yes.
Because of what the evil, the DOS and the crew have done to our leader.
Yes.
And Martin Simon Ekpa is the only person that's making us proud, that's making us to have that hope that the Biafra is going to be free very soon.
Yes.
So I'm very, very proud of him. Like praying that God should continue to protect him and give him more wisdom.
Thank you.
Us to that we are aspiring to be.
Yes.
In Jesus' name.
Amen. He's saying one name.
All the true Biafrans, all the true people that are fighting for this Biafra, God should lead us to that Biafra, to see it and enjoy it and live on it.
Yes.
So that is my prayer for all of us. Anybody that is a true Biafra, those of them that are going to enter this struggle just to make money, just to see get what they are using to develop their own selfish interest, they will not see the light of the day.
Amen.
God will expose them one by one.
Amen.
They can never see Biafra.
He said,
in the name of Jesus.
He said,
yes.
God bless you.
That's my.
Thank you, my brother. Save one.
Yes, but my name is Alexander Owadzie.
Okay, Daluso.
Abuja.
Nsogbu Jisike, my brother. Oga adịcha mma ino.
Yes.
Ngwanu. Ị ka chọkwuru ikwu ka ikwusigo?
Nsogbu adụ anyị na-ekwu every day.
Ọ dị mma. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, my wonderful brother. Thank you.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah,
bye.
Bye.
So, my people, you have all heard him. He's one of us.
I'm sure you already knew what I was going to say anyway, because as far as I'm concerned, it's like asking the difference between 6 and half a dozen. It's the same family, the same crime family that had been in office in Nigeria. It's still the same crime family that is in power. So let's not waste our time reacting to what are obvious lies. Bola Tinubu cannot do better than he's doing. He would actually do much worse than Buhari by the end of the day. Anyone who might...
Did you hear him? That Tinubu will do worse than Buhari? Yes. When you inherited something like he did, of course, there's no exit route for you. You will do worse. Because he won't do anything. He's not a rocket science man to change the cabals. He can't.
Manages to survive however long his reign might be, the person should thank their stars. How clueless is this person? What do you mean clueless? Let's be clear. When we excuse the madness we see on account of the cluelessness or inability of those who rule Nigeria, we're actually making strategic errors. They know exactly what they are doing at every point in time. The man is on record. He said, reduce their purchasing power, widen the tax net. All those things the man was saying, and everybody were busy catching crews and laughing at the time. That's exactly what he is doing. The IMF and the World Bank, the Western powers have always wanted the Naira to be floated. But no president of Nigeria had ever found the balls to do it because they all knew it was going to have no enough effect.
No, it's not having the balls to do it. It doesn't require the usage of ball. What it requires is the usage of brain. Yes, knowledge. When you acquire it, it will be a skill that you will always apply. Wow, my sister is here. Ndewo nwannem, my beautiful sister. Thank you for joining. We started since 7:45, so we have really stayed. You see, he is talking about that they don't have the balls. Who has the balls between the two of them? Is it Buhari or Tinubu? They don't know what to do. This is a very long video. He even talked about how Buhari doesn't know what to do, that he has no clue of how to administer people. It's just like sending a man who studied engineering to hospital to give people injection. Where will he start from? Or sending a doctor to go and lecture law students. He wouldn't know anything. These two people, they have no clue. The man asked him about the clues that these two guys had. He said that they are clueless. That they don't have balls to float Naira when IMF told them. It's not a thing you do with balls. They have no administrative skills. Even if they don't even know how to elect the proper people that will give them the economic advice, that will have to deal with the oil money they have. All they know is embezzlement and buying people. That's the only two areas they are specialists in. One of them is specialist in buying people with his tribe, and the other one with his own tribe is an embezzler. Yeah? This man is not a Lagosian. Lagosians are crying every day that he has sold all their land to Dangote and Chinese people. And Buhari is there forming Boko Haram with the current vice president. So what balls? You don't need balls to do certain things. You need just skill, knowledge, wisdom. You don't even need certain things like education, because Bola Tinubu is not educated, Buhari is not educated, which goes to show that you can be an illiterate and rule a country like Nigeria. So they are clueless from beginning to the bottom. And he said it here that Tinubu will do worse than Buhari. Yes. So my people, we are on our way. We have served, suffered, and carried that country for so many years. Let us now go and work for ourselves. The only thing we have to do is this very young man that has given us his shoulder to lean on. Let us support him as little and as much as we could, which is our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. He doesn't need anything from us. Nobody pays him. All he needs from us is our support. And anything, that's why I appreciate all of you here. I do go to so many other platforms. I see all of you there, and I am very happy because supporting the media is one thing we lacked during Nigeria Biafra war. But with this, we have now, and all of you, supporters of what we are doing, God will bless all of you, because that is what our PM needs, our support. Anything he said we should do, let us do it. Because since year 2022 that he started, he doesn't, in fact, there is no break. He is going all the way to carry us. Don't listen to any distractor. Don't let anything to confuse you. Don't let anybody to tell you otherwise. We know where we are going to and how we are going to get it, though not very easy, but we will finally get the determination. There is nothing like determination in life. You know, I went to university as an adult, you know, and when I got pregnant in my first year, we were 3 girls. The other 2 said that they can't carry on. I carried on. There is nothing in this world you cannot achieve when you are so determined. Determination is the key. I always, most of the time, like to use myself as an example. Determination is the key. Onyendu said, consistency personified. All we need is what they call PMA, personal mental attitude. Like one distractor that came here today, just avoid being distracted. Remain focused. Even if we are few people that we declare Biafra, it does not matter. America was declared by only 56 people, and they have 63 states. So we don't need everybody to be in our midst. My brother said corruption won't allow them to do the right thing. Yes, exactly, my sister Mary. Consistency is the key. Yes, very, very key to what we are doing. That's all I will tell you, people. When we come here, we may not get it right. We are freedom fighters. We don't have to be politically correct or to speak it all, but we know where we are going to. Yes, ARYMY ife anyị na-achọ. Ọ bụrụ ife onye ọbụla chọrọ ka anyị ga na-eme, and ọ bụrụkwa na onye ọbụla nọ with us anyị ga na-ege ntị. We know what we want. Our self-referendum ends in May. And February agago, we are now in March, just 2 months to go. Onye cholo inwete some of the things like the Biafra security network, the new network that our Prime Minister advertised is on his Twitter handle. But if you can't get it, I can forward it to you. Anything I can do, you know, within my little capacity, I will do that to support my people. Even if it is $5, little drops of rain makes an ocean. I love you all, and I beg to take my leave today. Chetakwa na onye ndị ilo gba gburugburu na-eche ndụ ya nche mgbe niile. Ụmụ Biafra, unu alarụkwa n'ụla. Ka ọ dịnụ, m ga-afụkwa unu the same time tomorrow with every update here and there. Maka na nwatakịrị nne na nne ya anọrọzi, na ha nọ n'aka ndị nke nne fa na nna fa nọ wee na-amụta ife. Good night, my people. Thank you so much. Diane, thank you. You are just coming in. Thank you, Emenike. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Henry and Hillary. I love you all. God bless you. I see you tomorrow. Thanks.